Water a long time ago.
Yeah.
28 degrees goes on hike with no water.
Yeah, it's roast as hot as 8 years.
When traveling, there are just some fundamental do's and don'ts, especially when you travel overseas to an area where you might be presumably hiking. Like in this video, there are some essentials you have to bring with you. When I was living in Arizona for a brief moment in my life, I would actually go hiking quite often. And so one of the few things I would bring with me when I was hiking, aside from a backpack full of the essentials, was water, a baseball cap, some food in case I, get stranded out there for a little bit, but especially the strong emphasis on water. That's what today's video is going to be about.
Water a long time ago.
There was an American that traveled all the way to Ireland in a group, and they all went hiking. Now, when they went on this hiking expedition, apparently this particular American wound up losing the group. She fell behind the pack and did not know where they wandered off to. Her phone died apparently, so she could not get in contact with anybody. And well, I think she only brought a water bottle with her, a tiny water bottle. There was obviously a ton that people had to say about this incident. What would you guys do if you saw something like this? While this individual was lost, by the way, there was an Irish local that was galloping by on a horse and was like, whoa, that's a little strange. Don't look like you're from around here. Let me help you. And it was very interesting, a very interesting turn of events, and definitely funny because at the end of the day, the lady that got lost did make some dumb choices. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. Also, if you guys are new here, I am going to start streaming on twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. We're going to react to a lot of all this live. So if you guys want to go ahead and hit that link in the description, thank you so much. I would also implore you guys to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already so you can get us to 1 million subscribers by the end of this year. It's going to be quite the journey. It's been a while. I think I've been doing YouTube for 8 years now, so I feel like this might be the year I need to start chasing that goal a little bit more aggressively. Now, here's the footage you guys might be curious about.
You're on a hike and stumble across an American tourist lost.
No. What the fuck?
Out of water a long time ago.
Yeah.
28 degrees goes on hike with no water.
Yeah, it's roast as hot as 8 years.
So, I stand corrected. She went on a hike with no water at all. That must have been her first time hiking, but someone in her group should have definitely informed her to bring some water with her. I mean, that's like, again, hiking 101. She lost her friend group apparently, and this gentleman wound up finding her, and as you can see here, this is how the interaction goes.
Here, sir. You've been walking in the water. Yeah, it's straight up this little hill. It's tiny. What?
I know she did not want to hear that. That little hill looked like a long way. Just judging on how far she's already walked, she looks absolutely exhausted. And with no water, yikes. That's kind of what happens when you don't bring water and you don't come prepared. How would you guys go out about a hike? If you guys, for my people who have hiked before, what would you bring? What are the essentials you would bring with you when hiking? Now, I know hiking through Europe is probably not much different than hiking through the United States of America because our tundra can be similar depending on what part of the United States of America you're talking about. Over here, it just seems like, she did not come prepared at all.
Nah, it's not.
2 hours later.
2 hours? Oh man. I wonder what the totality of her being out there was, because she had to have been out there since early morning.
How are you getting on? You're almost here now.
I think it's hilarious. This guy's galloping away on his horse and he looks behind him. He's like, at least he's guiding her. Because I think one of the biggest things that a lot of people who travel from the United States fear the most is getting lost. Because I think when you do enter the threshold of an environment you're not familiar with, one of the looming clouds over our head tops is the unfamiliarity with the area that we're in. That's the first time we've ever been to whatever country we're traveling to. So in this case, this is probably your first time traveling to Ireland, doing anything like this. So, getting lost out there and then also having zero help to get to your destination that you were supposed to be going to, that's gotta be terrifying. But in this case, this local decided to help her out and guide her to her destination, but it was not without its struggle. I mean, he's trying to guide her and stuff, and she's completely out of energy.
Out of water a long time ago.
For those people who are asking why in the world did he not put her on the horse and gallop her up the hill, well,
oh hell no, man. What the
The thing is, how horses work, I don't think the horse is gonna sustain the weight of 2 people.
Only a bit more to go up this hill and then you're straight all the way down to the car park. You're managing, yeah? You're going to get up to the Hellfire Club
New
and then you're going
breaking
to
point.
stay straight the whole way.
To the Hellfire Club still?
Yeah, you just
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You sure you have to?
Listen, this clearly seems like a point of high stress. Obviously, she's distressed, she can't find her group, and she's been pointed in every which way but loose, so understandable why she's having the breakdown. But here's my thing. If that is something that you're planning, then this won't be a problem, right? First of all, having a backup. Here's what I do when I travel anywhere, right? Let's say I'm going on a hike. Let's say I'm going on a hike in Germany somewhere. I traveled to and from Germany quite a bit. So if I go hiking in Germany, I bring my backpack, and my backpack consists of my phone, 3 portable batteries charged to the max, and each portable battery holds at least 4 charges, a bunch of water. I have a water pack. I think the brand is called Camel Pack. You wear it like a backpack and fill it up. And then I have a big giant water jug because, you know, I'm American. I need to drink a whole bunch of water. But if we're going on a hike, you need a lot of water. You don't know how long the hike's going to be. I won't know. They can give me an estimate. But if I'm slow, I'm slow. So yeah. And then of course, snacks and the other additional things that I want to bring with me. But those are things that will help you sustain wherever you are. And aside from having a compass as well, having some people around you that actually care about you.
You go that way to go home.
Don't know which way to go.
I'm telling you, you're grand.
I followed what people said and I still got lost.
But sure, I'm going to show you what way to go now. You'll be fine. You'll be grand.
I should be a mentor coach.
Not good. I'm not good.
Now, overall, I really appreciate the guy for jumping in and trying to help her to her destination, because I know the video ends there, but I'm assuming that he helped her get to her destination by the end of it. That's what I'm assuming. But the comments obviously had a lot to say, and I'm sure you guys have a lot to say. So let me know in the comments down below a few things. A, how do you prevent a situation like this from happening? Meaning, how do you prevent yourself from getting lost when going on a hike with a group of friends? And B, what are the essentials you would bring with you going on a hike anywhere? This doesn't have to be limited to Europe, so if anybody else is watching this, what are some things you would essentially bring with you on a hike? I've gone hiking quite a bit. I think I know what I would bring personally, but there might be some answers that I get from you guys that I might not have thought of before. So, and you could be helping somebody else in the comments down below, so who knows? Let's check out our first comment. Our first comment says, looks like the tourist scene in Bruges. I have no idea what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
Just looked it up. This is what it is.
What exactly are you trying to say?
What exactly am I trying to say? These are a bunch of fucking elephants.
Fight you.
Our next comment says, it's like she was trying to die in the wild. I was low-key thinking that. It looked like this lady had a death wish. How did you come out there that unprepared? No water, didn't look like she had any food with her, and no compass, no direction, no nothing. All she had was luck. I guess her luck perk kicked in, because if this gentleman had not crossed paths with her, who knows where she'd be. But this is my message to my fellow Americans out there that plan on traveling that have not traveled before. Please, aside from doing your research, make sure you come prepared to any event that you are a part of when you travel overseas. Anywhere, right? If you're going to go on a hike, if you're going to go on a boat trip or what have you, make sure you have the proper materials so you don't wind up in the situation she's in. But you can see the town. I don't think she could see the town. And this gentleman was like, it's literally right there. What are you talking about? Of course, yeah, there's definitely a town behind her. What is she doing? What's hilarious is the comment responding to the one that we just read, which reads, considering she broke down when told she has to walk up a slight incline to get to the parking lot, that might as well have been 1,000 miles away. The town behind her was like a gorillion miles away compared to like that parking lot that she was complaining about. So she was cooked either way. And also this fits the stereotype of Americans being out of shape. Like, oh, y'all can't walk 3 feet. What's going on with you guys? I'm an American who also got lost in the Wicklow Mountains Didn't freak out though, just found the nearest road and walked along it until a lovely older gentleman offered to give me a lift to my bus stop. So, as you can see in this video, this seems to be a sticking point for a lot of Americans traveling through this particular area of Ireland, the Wicklow Mountains. So, be prepared. I would say, of course, the path will take you places. I don't know where, but having an idea of where to go and a contingency plan for what happens if you do get lost would be in your best interest. Definitely her last hike.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I think the word hike might be associated with her new sleep paralysis demon. I bet she wanted a pony ride while you walked. That is exactly why I brought up my earlier comment. I don't think he was gonna do that. Horses are outrageously expensive as it is. They carry like 20% of their body weight, so depending on the size of the horse, that might not be an option. Plus, have you ever gotten a horse from the ground? It's not that easy. I highly doubt there was a safe way to get someone overweight who was having trouble enough walking up behind a saddle. Probably would have fallen and actually gotten hurt. That's what I was alluding to. I guess I also didn't take into account the difficulty it takes to get on top of a horse anyways, but her adding on to the weight capacity of what the horse is capable of carrying would have cooked that horse. Let's be so for real. So, I mean, obviously it was a no-brainer for the guys. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna put you on here, obviously, because I know there are probably some people watching this video. Why did he put her on a horse? No. Wait. Do you know how horses work? Because if I was that horse and I saw the lady walking over to me and I already have a person on my back, I'm like, hold the hell up. I'm kicking both of you guys off. I'm kicking both of y'all off and stomping on you. I'm tap dancing on faces and body parts. I know this sounds ridiculous to Americans, Australians, anyone from countries hotter than Ireland, which means anyone, but that part of Wicklow and Dublin sometimes has gorse fires this time of year. You shouldn't go up there in the summer by yourself unless you know the area, especially if you're that unfit. Well, I've learned a new word today, gorse. What does gorse mean, though? Because maybe I haven't learned the new word. What is gorse? Well, apparently it's a plant. The species are native to parts of Western Europe and Northwest Africa. So it's basically essentially a type of shrubbery. Interesting. So she would have actually been cooked if there was something that kicked off up in the mountains. Quality. She looks like she's ready to call the mountain rescue. I'm not having a go at her size, but if you're not fit enough, then take lots of breaks or simply turn around when you get tired. A bit of common sense like. For those saying he's being mean, she is in no actual danger and he was helping her regardless. All she needed to do there was pick a nice rock to sit down, stop panicking, and rest. If it's that bad, then chill by a road and thumb a lift off someone. Yeah, exactly. I know that immediately when I saw this video, I'm like, oh, I know some people gonna look at this a certain type of way. They're like, why isn't he helping her out? He was literally her guiding light to her destination. The parking lot was up that hill. That seemed to be too far for her. I mean, it did say 2 hours later, so it was quite a little bit of a distance. But again, if she was that tired, she could take a break, sit down, what have you. Obviously, I think when you have someone guiding you, you're kind of on their time. So if maybe he would have gotten impatient and left or something, I don't know. But all I know is this is a problem that fixes itself on several levels. You know what I mean? And it's cool that he was able to help out. But what do you guys think? Do you think he was rude for not putting her on the horse? If a dog that small isn't panting more or trying to lay down every 3 steps, they haven't been out for long. Also, what type of asshole hikes with a small dog and doesn't bring water for them? I didn't even think of that. For some reason, I was wondering whether or not that dog was the dude on the horses, but that wouldn't make any sense. I guess that's her dog. Not proud, but I went on a hike once and got totally lost. I was so exhausted, I broke down and was begging my boyfriend to get us a helicopter to airlift me out. I died telling this story now. I think I was 19 at the time. I wasn't even slightly overweight. Very fit, actually. But it had been hours with no water. We were taking turns carrying our 30-pound dog because he refused to budge. But when it was all said and done, we were like a mile from the parking lot. Just really lost. I feel for her is all I'm saying. Yeah, that's also what I was alluding to in this video. I get where the frustration came from, but also she was severely unprepared. And that's something that just grinds my gears a little bit, man. Like whenever I plan trips anywhere, I try to come as prepared as possible. Now, you can't prepare for every situation because some things just spring themselves on you and you kind of have to react in the moment. But For the most part, you can prepare for things like this. I mean, this hike it wasn't a random thing, I don't think. I don't know what the logistics were for this hike, but surely this wasn't a last minute decision. But it certainly looks like it based on what she didn't bring with her. I'm American. She will come back with tales of horror and danger as she's hiked through these steep mountain passes where death was at every turn until she was saved by a man on a horse. You should have left her. Oh my gosh.